books mean nothing to me.
Having trouble finding a book? Sounds like you need to try some YA Lit.
YA Lit?
YA Lit stands for Young Adult Literature. Young adult literature is a genre that evolves with its audience to address the unique needs of its readers as they grow from childhood to adulthood, making it relevant and powerful. It includes books that act as inclusive portrayals of teenagers, and it's a genre that tackles subjects of real depth.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Here, why don't you try this book? It's called Stargirl.
Book by some dead white guy.
Not necessarily. There are many ways your teacher could use YA Lit in the classroom. One young adult text is Legend by Marie Lu. It's a dystopian book that's appropriate for 6th through 9th graders. One element that the kids like about this book is that it's narrated by both a male and female protagonist in alternating chapters. The plot is also filled with a ton of action and some mystery and suspense. And the book is quick to hook the readers. Just a few chapters in and they don't want to put it down. Beyond that, teachers love how it shows two different perspectives of characters from completely different backgrounds. Marie Lu's descriptive language and vivid portrayals of each character provide students with an example of characterization that can also be transferred to their writing as a model. Within Legend, students can relate to themes of corruption, stereotypes, and judgment. One learning activity to support students' comprehension that works perfectly with Legend deals with setting and varying perspectives. Students will depict the setting of the Republic from June, an elite citizen's perspective, as well as from Day, an outlaw's perspective. This will allow the students to demonstrate an understanding of the setting and the two protagonists' perspectives. It also helps students meet the 3rd reading literature standard by being able to analyze how particular elements of a story interact, specifically how the setting shapes the characters. Crossover by Kwame Alexander is another young adult book that offers the opportunity for numerous engaging learning activities. It is a novel written in verse that would be enjoyed by 7th to 10th graders. Kids love how the storyline is developed through free verse and hip-hop poems and raps, and it deals with many relatable topics such as girls, siblings, and sports. Students are encouraged by the small amount of text on each page, which makes it quick to read. Teachers appreciate the plenitude of poetic elements, including form, structure, rhyme, and alliteration. This makes it a wonderful mentor text for writing poetry. Themes of identity, grief, and coming of age also make it useful in the classroom. Many poems in Crossover can be used as mentor text to support students' understanding of form poetry, including how to write it and what meaning the form creates. This addresses the 5th reading literature standard, asking students to analyze how a poem's form or structure contributes to its meaning. Dribbling is one of the many poems in Crossover perfect for this activity. It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Firuza Dumas is a historical fiction novel that is perfect for 5th through 8th graders. Kids will find many topics in the book that they can connect to, like friendship, embarrassing family, and the struggle to fit in, and will experience many laughs along the way. Teachers can use this text as an example of vivid characterization and will find endless opportunities to connect to history through the use of supplemental informational texts. It Ain't So Awful Falafel provides the opportunity to discuss themes of cultural identity and perseverance through trying times. Using a character traits foldable, students can depict internal and external character traits using textual evidence, descriptions, and drawings. This will allow students to meet the 3rd reading literature standard by analyzing how elements of the text reveal aspects of the character. They will also be able to demonstrate their ability to select valuable evidence and properly format and cite it, meeting the 1st reading literature standard.
Wow, this is amazing. We practically do those same things in class already. We might as well do it with a book we like. I'm gonna get some more info from my teacher.
Many books people consider original YA lit, like Little Women and Catcher in the Rye, were actually written for adults and only later were thought of for teens. It is often considered that the official beginning of YA lit came with the publication of The Outsiders in 1967. The 1970s were considered the golden age of YA lit, as the publication of these books really took off. By the 1980s, there was more variety in style and genre for young adult literature. In the early 1990s, the publication of young adult literature began to taper off, but as we reached the new millennium, it swung back with full force. During the 2000s, awards were created specifically to recognize young adult texts. This brought in the second golden age of YA lit. Now we have a multitude of genres within the umbrella of young adult literature. The industry has more than doubled in the last decade and continues to evolve and grow with the readers. Teachers, as you are striving to reach and engage your students through literature, don't overlook this gold mine. Not only can all learning goals be met with YA Lit, your students will love you for it.
Oh yeah!